Hello everybody, Braden Swarmer here with a little bit of a space weather update for you guys. So here is the kickoff for this 211 issue view of the sun. This is only taking a look at the corona layer of the sun right there. And the black spots you can see here, these are corona holes, which means that these are a hole in the corona, but it's temporarily cooler. And not only that, but it actually expands the magnetic field outwards, which make like a low density, high wind speed just spiral out from the sun, which means if it's here, that means it can hit Earth. But the good news with this is that this is a several corona hole high street impact, so that which is good because it goes like south of the equator plane, which means it will hit south of Earth, which is a pretty good sign. But sorry, I can't talk with this. I actually got like a huge canker sore in my mouth right now, so it hurts. It's not fun, I can tell you that. But you can see here, so this is a video, this is a video going to now here. This is the past 48 hours, by the way, and as this corona high street impact goes away, you guys should see the new one just appearing out from the west. This could be the start of this rotation. This is a corona hole that has been rotated for about 10 rotations now. So this is about a 10th rotation of the corona hole impact. This is a positive one, which means it will stream mostly a northward component here, which means it will not impact Earth as much, even if it's at the equipment plane or not, or if it's at the southern equipment plane. But look above it. You guys should see this little eruption going on across this side of the sun. So you guys should see right there. There it is. Boom shakalaka. This is the corona hole eruption of the sun, which means that corona hole has actually growing bigger. This is actually in a Earth center bullseye strike zone right now, and when it reaches here, which means that the high density low solar wind speed will clog just behind the high solar wind speed low density range. So that means that geoweather storm, and this I believe is a negative one, which means it will be mostly southward component. So that will be a problem in total of a geoweather storm. So G1, G2 can't be rolled out with this over the next few days or so. So this is kind of like a next eye out that we are watching for. And not only that, but we actually have like a frank CME impact that is coming in, hitting Earth, and I believe it did hit Earth today. So we should take a look at the real-time solar winds. So this is a solar wind right there at VIO. That's the density. This is the temperature, and that's the direction. And the red there, that's the total wind strength. Which means that if it's a total wind strength, 5 mesotora is the average. This is and once it hits, like it did peak at 16. However, this is a morpho CME, so this is from the positive area of the sun. So this is, I believe, is the morpho CME. So that's good because, which means it didn't impact as much. But if it's at the morph here, it is like a positive polarity, which means it's figured about it as a slope, like positive slope, which means it's going away from the Earth. If it's a negative slope, that means it's going towards the Earth. So you can see there's the impact right there. It's cooling off now, so you can see the solar wind speed has jumped back down to 400. The density did raise up to around 10, but it was there like earlier today, like earlier this week. So this is how much solar wind speed we're getting right now for this 8th Now let's take a look at the solar cycle because this is another thing I want to report on for today. So here's take a look at the solar cycle progression presented by the Space Weather Prediction Center, and this month has become a shock to me. Look at this. We have a significant drop, like solar cycle 25, which is the solar cycle that we are in right now. This line over there is a sunspot Mondays for each month, and I went for May 2025 just came out, and look at that. Look at this. It went down all the way to 79 sunspots. This is crazy, everybody. Like, this is the first drop since, I believe, since 2022. So this is unbelievable drop. That means is that solar cycle just by the blink of an inches just drop and it's over with. Solar cycle 25 is now over. That could be a possibility, but we could back up again within the next couple of months or so if there's a big flash in sunspots for this month. So that is our other thing that we are watching for. But as of now, if it continues like this, the solar cycle 25 could be over earlier than anticipated. So that will be good news because when there's less sunspots, that means we will have less coronal mass ingestion, which means we will have last year at a storm. But the bad news is anytime it goes down, that means the risk for earthquakes and stuff goes up, especially with all this corona hole, which they have a huge connection to high magnitude earthquake and severe weather and stuff like that. Like here's take a look at the latest earthquake by the USGS, and you can see we just got just this morning we just got a magnitude 6.3 earthquake in Mobile, South America, and then we just got another 6.4 earthquake in the West or Central South America, and then just last night we also got this earthquake just south of Africa, so a 6.2 magnitude. So this is a big release in energy right there. This does tell us that something is coming, we just got out of this long-term G4 storm, so that means that G3, G4 and stuff like that, followed by the G3 storm earlier, so that just, along with this latest corona whole high stream impact over here, that means this earthquake is on the way, so just note of that. And anything else I want to show you? Oh yeah, so also we just got 2 CNE released from the sun today. The good news is one from the north and one from the south. The good news is that one of them from the north will most likely be from this far side eruption, which means it's going away from us. In the south side, we saw it erupting from the South Pole. So this is from the South Pole of the sun over here, which is good news. But if it you can see it go all the way around just to the close to the equator line over there. So, but this should go south. It's so away from Earth. So that's gonna be something like great news right there. But that's something that we have to watch for if there's a CMNE impact. So if there's one, please subscribe to this channel as I present to you guys daily and stuff like that. So, and other than that, that's it. By the way, so I think that's it as of now. So please make sure to like, comment, subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Whoop.